Well, hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Eye on Board Game Geek. Just bringing you our second episode of Shadowrun Crossfire, where we're going to play the next scene of our Crossfire Mission, which is right here. You can see we're going to be on scene 2, where we're going to have an additional obstacle to face this turn, and because we have a Crossfire card in our discard pile, it's actually going to be tougher. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then please go back and watch the first video where I kind of go over the rules and how the Crossfire card discard works, etc., etc. But we are here on our first player, and we're going to get started right away. So the first thing, and this is going to be scene 2 of a 3-scene game. Now, Shadowrun Crossfire, a single game, is not meant to be terribly long, even playing 4 characters. So you know, we actually spent more than half the time in the last video actually talking about the rules and that. So the game itself is not incredibly long, so we're going to get right to it and probably have a reasonably short video getting through the second scene. But let's draw our Crossfire card. I almost said something way off base there by accident. And see what we get. So our Crossfire card is going to be this. Any runner who is staggered goes critical instead. Wow, that's really bad. And then there's another ability there that would be triggered if we had 5 cards in the discard pile, but we don't, which would mean in addition obstacles can't be prevented from attacking. So that doesn't happen, but this card is live in play. So now we're going to get started with our first player here, our Troll Street Samurai. But first we're going to have to draw out our obstacle cards. Now again, the first one that we draw is actually going to be from a tougher deck. Now, so what does that mean? There's ones that have a single bullet hole, which are not as tough. Than the harder ones are these. But because we have a Crossfire card, event card, in our discard pile, the first one of these is going to be this, which is going to be more challenging. So you can see it's a 2-point damage deal. Look at all the damage we have to do this clown. Mercenary Technomancer, it's blue, so it's going to go in front of our mage. Let me go show you that. So this really nasty obstacle has gone into the weakest character we have. And the good news is that our mage has got some very powerful cards, so maybe that will help. But anyway, let's go on to our next one. Now keep in mind, we're going to have a +1 on this. And now we're going to go in order, so she's going to have 2 on her this turn. This could be very bad. Okay, so the next one's just going to be from the standard deck. Boom, you can see the 1 bullet hole there. This is a gang leader. It says when flipped. Oh wait, the other one had a flipped 2. I'm going to look at this before we move on. Flipped, the runner with the most cards in their hand discards 1 card. Well, I believe that is unfortunately going to be, let me check everybody's cards. 3, 4, 5. Our Decker has 5. Our Face has 5 cards in hand. Troll's only got 3, and 5. We got 3 people with 5, so I guess we get to choose. So based on the fact that we need a lot of magic, so I think I've decided that it's going to be our Face that's going to lose one of his basic cards, this one. That goes in the discard pile. Since there were 3 that had 5, I'm glad it wasn't our Mage, because our Mage is going to need her cards. But now we're going to go to that takes care of the one in front of our Mage. Now our Troll. This has a flipped ability too. Each runner places 4 cards from the top of their deck into the discard pile. If a runner has less than 4 cards, they don't do that. So I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm just going to say that, okay, I just did it for the Mage, and well, the Troll's in good shape. The Troll has nothing but discards, so we'll leave that alone. Our Decker has 3 cards, so those are now in discard, and our Dwarf had 1, 2, 3, 4, so all of those are now discarded. So that's the gang leader ability taken care of, and let's continue on. Now we have to draw the obstacle that's going to go in front of our Decker again. It's a 1-point card. This one's not so Ancient Ganger. No special abilities, but it does do 2 points of damage, and is going to be fairly easy to defeat. So that's a good one. And now let's move on to our last character, the Face, who's going to draw a Troll Enforcer. Now this is pretty powerful for a 1-point card. Need a lot of damage, but and it does 2 points of damage each turn. But it is what it is. At least it's not something that's much more challenging in regards to flipped abilities or whatever. But we have to draw 1 more for our Mage actually. So let's go back and do that. So the obstacle that the Mage gets is going to be gutter punks. It says defeated, choose a runner. That runner heals 1 hit points, so that's good. And this one is very easy to defeat. So at least 1 out of 2 is not too bad, but we got to get rid of this one before bad things happen to our mage, and we might be able to. We'll see. We will see. Okay, now let's go back to our troll, whose turn it will be now, and start to take our turns with the troll. Okay, so here are the 3 cards that he's got. He has his katana, but he doesn't have any of his other cards, so it's not that effective. What can he do to help anybody? Let's see. Well, yeah, so here's what we're going to do. He's not going to play against his own card. He's going to play against the, I believe, the Decker's card, because that's going to be, yeah. So he's going to play first this mana card, which will go into his discard pile, which I'll go show you what we're going to do. So as you can see, that mana card is going to do 1 point of damage to this fellow here. That's a good start. Anyway, now we do have 2 other cards. We have our katana and our face card. Now our face card we can actually use on, I think we're not going to do any more damage. We could do 3 points of damage to this guy and almost kill him, but I got something else. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So you see this one here in his own, well, we're going to play his face card, and we're going to do 1 point of damage there, and we're going to keep his katana because he's out of cards. So he's going to draw 2 cards at the end. He doesn't have enough money to buy anything, but he is going to draw 2 cards at the end, and hopefully they'll be cards that will make his katana that much better, because we have to do 5 damage here. So let's hope for that and hope for the best. Okay. Shuffle them up. Make sure they're shuffled well. Okay. We get 1. Oh wait, we got to do damage back to him first. So he did damage. Now he's going to have damage back to him. So he is now at 5 from the 1 point of damage from that orc. Now we draw this, and we get a quick shot. See, these flimsy cards are already starting to warp from shuffling, and another quick shot. So that was great, because now he can do a metric butt ton of damage. But to something. Let's keep going on and go to our, that's going to end his turn. Now let's go to our Decker. By the way, the troll didn't have enough money to buy anything, so I didn't bother to even talk about that. But we have, in his hand, he's got his icon grab. So the first thing he's going to do, he's got to play 3 damage. He needs this one. So we're going to play this one first. That mark, and now we're trying to get to 3 right now. We're going to kill this guy in this turn. This is awesome. So then we're going to play this one, which we're going to do 1 damage plus 1 any other damage. It really doesn't matter. But that gets us to 3. Okay. Then we're going to play our quick shot here, which gets us the next one, and it is dead. So that is going to go out of play right away, which is awesome. And we're going to get 5 new yen, starting with him. He's going to get 1. 1 goes to the dwarf. 1 goes to the elf. 1 to the troll. That's 4, and then the last one, the 5th one, goes to our Decker. Now, he's still got 2 cards to play. So, does he want to play them on somebody else's stuff? Can he play them on somebody else's stuff? He could do 2 points of damage to the Troll Enforcer in front of the Dwarf. He could do 2 points of damage to the Gutter Punks. He might, well, it would use all his cards, though. I don't think he wants to keep some cards. So we're going to say that's going to call it a day for him. We're going to end that. Now we have to shuffle because he's out of cards. He does not take any damage because he defeated his thing immediately. And we got 2 cards, so we're going to get to draw 2 more. This will help us better for next turn because we got some pretty powerful things we need to get rid of. So we got another mark and another mark, which is normal. Now see what I'm talking about? We haven't been playing with these cards very long. Look, it's warped. I got to bend them back. Okay, and that's his hand is now set. Now he can buy something from the center row. The problem is that the cards that are there are not really best suited for him. And I don't know how I feel about doing that because I really want the face to get the red cards. I mean, we could take a sniper rifle for him, I suppose. It says damage, deal 2 levels of damage to an obstacle if they are the obstacle's last 2 levels. I mean, that's effective for anybody, right? Maybe I'll do that because then he can pop something that's the end of the chain there, and there's several that would kill just based on what's out here right now. So I think he'll buy that one. Of course, you know, as soon as I do that, one for him is going to come out. So that's going to cost him 4. Okay, and that goes into his hand, and then we draw, of course, one. He can use the icon grab, another icon grab, which is good for him, but it's okay. That helped beef up his hand. Now let's move on to our face, the dwarf. She's been doing pretty good, but let's see what we got. We got our black market contacts, which isn't really going to help us much right now, unless it discounts it. That would be awesome. Quick shot and 2 face cards. What can we do that's going to help? Well, we can do 2 damage to this one without a doubt. So, do we want to buy anything in the... Yeah, we do, but he doesn't have the... She needs more money first. Needs two more points so we can get that dock wagon contract. This does not discount it. It just allows you to buy it at a turn. So I think what we're going to do, I'm looking at the other obstacles. So yeah, we're going to play 2 street smarts on this one. And that's going to put this at 2 points. Then we'll play that card there. Puts it at the 2nd level. And then we're going to keep our black market contacts card in hand, and that will be the end of our damage application to him. Now he's going to attack back for 2, so it's going to put us at 3. Man, this is going to be a tough round for us with these 2-point damage cards out. At least the Decker has cleared his obstacle, and now he can just support the others. And now we're going to draw 2 cards he's only got 1 in his hand, so we're going to draw 2 more. We get a mark card, which doesn't help very much, and his press the advantage card. That will help because he's got a full deck there. That is awesome. Okay, let's now. There's nothing he's going to buy. They're all no 3-point cards, no cards that's going to help him that he wants to buy. So he's going to pass on buying cards. He needs to save up some money. Rather, I think that dwarf character is a she. Anyway, here we are with our wizard, our mage, and you can see the mage has got a lot going on. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do here? Well, we do need to do 3 points of damage. So, let me think about this for a moment, and I'll be right back. Well, we know there's no way she can afford to take 3 points of damage, but she also can't kill this one, because she can't kill either of them. So she's going to take 3 points of damage this turn. Holy moly. Phew! That's rough. What can we do? Well, this one... Oh man, guys. This is going to be a tough round for us. But we do know that we need to spend... We're going to spend this one. That's 2 points. 3 points to put 1 level on here. Or do we want to put 2 points on the other one and save our cards for some damage? Well, no, because we're going to do a lot of damage to this one. Okay. So then we're going to play a mana. Boom. Now we're going to play a mana. Boom. Now this one is worth a mana right now. I doubt that I'll be able to get 5 points because I don't think I only have 1 card. It says reveal the top card of your deck. Well, this is the only card I have. Okay, so it's 2. So it's a total of 3 points. That's not going to do it. What can I do with 3 points? And it is going to be generic damage. So, well, let's play it and do. Well, okay, we're going to do 2 points to the other one that we're facing. I got to get another damage tracker. So we're going to take this. We're going to apply 2 of the 3 points to there. It's really the best we can do. Totally depleted his hand though, or her hand rather. And so she's going to get 1 card. Wait, now we applied damage there. Now they're going to apply damage back. It's 1 for this one, 2 for this one. We got to kill them next turn, or she's in serious trouble. Then we're going to draw a card. So the Guiding Spirit. Now we might be able to do enough damage next turn. We're going to have to focus everything on her, I think, because everybody else can afford to take a point of damage or 2 in the next turn. Yuck is all I got to say to that. At least she didn't get staggered because it would have automatically gone to critical with that Crossfire event that's out. And we owe her 1 more card draw, and it's going to be that. Okay, that is going to end her turn and end our round actually, because we're back to our first player. So what happens next? Well, we're going to draw a new Crossfire card, but let's go to the Crossfire deck and I'll show you what happens on that. So here's our discard. So this card actually is going to move over to our discard pile. Now we have 2 there, so anything that triggers on a 2 or better will trigger, and we're going to draw our new Crossfire event. This isn't going to trigger, thankfully. The attack strength of each black obstacle, which is 2 of the 4 cards we have out still, is increased by 1. So this guy will do 2 points. We can't let that happen. So that is out now. Okay. Now let's go on to our troll and take his turn. Wow, we have 2 black cards that we have to kill this turn somehow. Well, I can tell you what. We're going to, man, see, look, other weapon cards. So if I play this, that's going to be 2, 4, 6, and they're all going to be, ooh, man, yeah, because then maybe we can kill it. Okay, so we're going to play all of these on our mage. So the troll goes over with the katana and just whacks that mercenary technomancer as hard as he can. Okay, so we had all this damage up to here. So with the 6 points there, it's all black damage, all combat damage. So 5 of it goes there, and then another one goes there. So we almost got this thing down. Hopefully, maybe we have. I know we have a sniper rifle. So guess what? I think we can just about do this guy in if we get lucky. So these cards end our troll's turn. These 3 cards here are now in the discard pile, and now we have to apply damage because he didn't even attack his own guy. It was only 1, so it's going to go down by 1, and then we're going to draw 2 cards for him, which isn't great. It's a quick shot and a mana. That might be helpful next turn. We'll see, because there is some mana need out there. And now we're going to move on to our Decker, who's in a good position because he doesn't have anybody to face right now. He can help somebody else completely. Okay, Decker has a big giant hand of cards too. So what can we do with the Decker? Well, yeah, okay. 2 levels of damage. Okay, so this is going to kill we're going to use this, and we're going to kill the Technomancer, and I'm going to show you why. So this actually defeats 2 levels. And it doesn't say it has to be a particular mana. It doesn't matter what the color is. The sniper rifles, basically, we're taking them out from afar. We're going to do 2 levels, so 1 and 2, and this guy is killed. Now, unfortunately, he already did his damage last turn, but he doesn't do it this turn. So that's very good, and he's going to give us 6 new yen. So we use the sniper rifle on that. That gets discarded for our it actually worked out that we used that card. That the Decker bought that card. That was worthwhile. Okay, so we use that. That means we're going to get getting 6 new yen, and that's going to start with our Decker. So it's going to be 1 for him, 1 for the dwarf, 1 for the mage, 1 for the troll, another 1 for our Decker, and another 1 for our dwarf. Our dwarf can buy the card that she wants now. Okay, now let's go back to the Decker and continue his turn. He was not even close to done yet. Okay, so we have we can do some serious damage to the troll enforcer that's in front of our dwarf too. So that's going to be a good thing. So basically, we can do 2 more damage to the troll enforcer in front of the dwarf. Let's go over there and look at that. You can see that this ratcheted up in complexity in just 1 scene for us. So we take these 2 cards, we burn those, along, of course, our sniper rifle's already been shot at. And we're going to then take 2 there, okay. Then we take another one. We take these 2 cards, and 2 mark cards. That's 2 more points of generic damage. We go there, and that just about kills him, but that ends the Decker's turn. So the Decker has nothing to fight, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to draw 2 cards, not 3, and we're going to draw those. So he's got icon grab and a quick shot. And what he's going to do, let's go back to his card for a moment. Okay, what he's going to do is he is going to buy a card from the center row with his 3. It's going to cost him 2 of the 3 that he's got, and he's going to get another icon grab that goes into his hand, and we're going to see what comes out into the black market. Another katana. Wow, you can double up on that bad boy. That'd be awesome for our troll. He only needs 1 more. Actually, he's probably got, I don't know if he's going to buy a sniper rifle or the katana. Either one, they're both phenomenal. Both 4-point cards. Okay, let's move on to our. I still want to try and get rid of this Gutter Punk before the end of the turn. So let's move on to our dwarf and see if she can help do that and get rid of her own. Okay, here she is. Oh, so she can't kill her own guy, but the wizard might be able to. And she can't kill... Oh, man. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. We can buy a card out of turn. So we're going to play this. It's not actually going to do any damage because we don't have anything. Wait a second. We're going to play this first. This might actually allow us to do some damage. No. Okay, but it is going to give us... Well, it still could. Okay, nope. So basically, we drew that one. So the next card we draw, the same one's going to is going to go back on top. So that was a less lucky draw. We only got these two, which would give us some generic or 2 points of face damage, which doesn't help us. But this card can, because we're going to pick up immediately out of sequence for 5, which she has enough to do 4 or 5. We're going to pick up this dock wagon, and we're going to play it. Choose a runner to gain 2 hit points. Okay, and you know that's going to be our mage, who's now going to go back up to 3 and will survive an attack from her last card if need be. And so now these 2 cards are still in her hand. She's going to discard these, and then we're going to draw... we're going to do damage from her, so she's at 1 now too. So she's kind of hurting. We got to get rid of that guy as well. But and we're going to draw 2 more cards for her because she only has 2 cards in her hand. And this is what her hands looks like: 3 face cards and a mark card. Okay. That's now, she doesn't have any money now. She could also buy another card, but she already did, and it worked out very well for her. But we also do have another card coming out into the... Ooh, Covering Fire. Man, what a great card for our troll if he can get enough money together to get that. And maybe he will this turn. We'll see. This is a good news, bad news thing for our mage. She's healthy enough to take another hit, and we are going to use this. Now, it does 2 points of damage, so we're going to have a spillover, but we're not going to play this on us. We're going to play it on the Face's troll, because that's the last piece of damage that needs to take place. I guess we need to cauterize those wounds so the troll doesn't regenerate. So let's go look at that, because we just killed it. So you can see the last bit of damage for the troll's magic damage. Boom. So this is gone. Unfortunately, it already did its attack, but that's okay. I mean, we're going to take damage in this game. That's the way it goes. And that is dead, and now we get to distribute another 6. So 1 to the mage, 1 to the troll, 1 to the decker, 1 to the dwarf. That's 4. 2 more. Another one goes to the mage, and another one goes to the troll. That gives the troll 5 points to buy Covering Fire. That is awesome. Okay, but next up we're going to our mage to see what she can do. Rather, what she can finish doing. So this guiding spirit is discarded. She has quite... So we're going to first... She only got 1 card left. So we're going to draw 2 cards. Another mana. And another mana. And then we got... She got some very good cards. Unfortunately, she can only buy 1 of the 2. So I think we're going to buy Death Touch. So you can see that does 2 magic and an X generic damage. It says reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Then put them back on top of your deck in any order. X equals the number of spell cards you revealed. Could be very powerful for her. So she's buying that. That's going to take 4 of her 5 new yen to buy, but that is now in her hand, and it's a very powerful card. Oh, and she did take 1 point of damage, so she's down to 2 because she couldn't stop this guy. We're going to kill him next turn. I'm fairly convinced that he's about to die. So the last one we really have is the gang leader. Now, when we defeat him, that is going to grant another hit point for somebody, and I guess we're probably going to make it her because she's hurt, and of course so is our dwarf at this point. We're kind of low on hit points this turn. The decker and our troll are doing fine. So anyway, unfortunately that puts another Crossfire event card into the deck. That means next turn when we're doing 6, our last scene, we're going to have 6 obstacle cards, and 3, if we don't, well, it depends, and if we get rid of both these in the next turn, 3 of them are going to be the harder ones. So it's going to be pretty rough for us. But let's go back to our troll, who's our first player, and end the crisis, and move on to our next turn. Okay, so this card now goes into our discard pile. We have now 3 total cards in our Crossfire discard pile, and we draw another one. Luckily, it's 4+, so we're still not going to see this ability. the new yen value of each defeated obstacle decreases by 1. That's not terrible. We can live with that, right? So that's our new card. Now we got our troll street samurai to go. He's only got 2 cards in his hand. Let's see what he can do. Well, we already know that he's going to spend this one and do 1 more point of damage to the gutter punks that are in front of our mage. So we're going to spend that. I'm going to do it off camera. I'm just moving the damage marker up on the gutter punks 1. That's going to end his attacks. He did his damage, so he's going to take 1 more point of damage. He's going to get to draw 2 cards because he's only got 1. Those are good. And then he's going to spend 5. Now, here's the question today. Oh, I forgot to draw one when she bought that card. Ooh, another dock wagon. Awesome. Okay. Here's the question of the day. Do we buy this or we do the katana? Or that's going to do 1, 2 generic damage. You can choose another runner that heals 1 point as another healing card. Or an assist, you can choose an obstacle. It can't attack this turn and damage it with 1 combat damage. He's buying this. There's no question. So that goes into his hand. That's going to take all his money. Boom. Unfortunately, he does take another health. Oh, we already did that. Okay, he's starting to get a little low himself. We got to defeat these guys. But let's go on to our Decker. We got to try and defeat these guys this turn if possible. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. We'll see. Okay. We blew out a lot of cards last turn. We do have 2 icon grabs, right? So I play this one. I'm trying to get to 5 points is what I'm trying to do here, because then we can kill it. So there's 1. Then we play that. That's 1 plus 1. So that's 3. And then we play this 1 plus 1. That's 5. So let's go show you what we're going to do with those 5 points. Okay, we're going to apply 5 points of damage to this one. That was a pretty effective turn. We only need 1 face damage. We got that covered. We're going to do some cool stuff. It's going to be awesome this turn. I'm still a little worried about the gutter punks. I hope we can defeat them this turn, but I don't think we can. Okay, that pretty much ends the round for our Decker. Our Decker doesn't take any hits because there's no one to fight. We get to 2 cards because he drained all his cards. So we get a Mark and a Street Smarts. And I dropped a card. Sorry. And then he has 2 new yen. So this came out. I didn't show you this one. Jacked in. That's pretty good, but it's 3, so we can't buy it yet. So basically, he's just going to have to sit tight. There's nothing he wants for 2 points. Now we're back to our dwarf. So our dwarf says, well, oh, look, we're going to be able to do it. Okay, awesome. We're killing both of our guys this turn, which means that 4th crisis card won't affect us. So we're going to spend 1, and we're going to do this obstacle, which will kill it. Boom, and we're going to get 5 new yen for that. So basically our dwarf's going to get 2, putting him up to 3. Everybody else is going to get 1 more. And that's great because at the end of the round our Decker's going to be able to buy that card. That is pretty cool. And there's a 2 points magic card in the deck for our mage. So this one is gone, and the gang leader it has a flipped ability, not a defeated ability. So now we have 1 more to go. Oh no, I wasn't done yet actually, because I still have 3 cards. So we apply all 3 damage, boom, to the gutter punks. So all 3 damage, boom. It's dead before the mage even before it even gets to the mage. Now it's going to heal 1, and I was originally thinking it was going to go heal the mage, but I think we're going to heal the dwarf because the dwarf's only out 1. So not only that, but we're going to get some more money. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so that basically was everything that the dwarf could do. So the dwarf doesn't take any damage, but we do get to collect. Again, it's 5, so 2 more for her, and 1 for everybody else. That allows. It's not that effective, but it's going to allow us to get our other dock wagon for our dwarf. This is pretty good. Okay, so now that we defeated the last of our obstacles, what happens next? So let's go to our Crossfire card, our Crossfire Mission card for that. Okay, ending the scene. So we've ended the scene basically. At the end of a turn, so the dwarf just finished her turn. Now I gotta wait before we do that. We haven't actually finished her turn. So let's do that. So we're going to draw 2 cards. We get these 2. That's what we're starting with. And she gets to buy cards. So she's spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the second dock wagon. And that's going to go into her hand. So we got healing going on now, and a whip comes out for 2 points, so the troll's even going to be able to buy something. Sweet! Okay, and that means that's now the turn is officially over for the dwarf, and we can continue on with our ending scene ability. It says at the end of the turn, if there are no obstacles in play, each runner heals 1 point. So up to 2. The Decker's already at full. The troll goes up to 4. And the mage goes up to 3. So not too terribly bad. Okay, remove the Crossfire card, event card from the game. So that goes back on the bottom of the Crossfire deck. So this card here will not enter the discard pile. It's going to go back on the bottom of the Crossfire deck. Meaning we only have 3 cards in the Crossfire discard. That's not fantastic, but this is about the best I've had a game go yet. So the next thing is each runner in order can buy 1 card from the black market. So we're going to do that. Now the dwarf's already bought the card that she wants. Actually, I think it's 1 to the left. Starts with 1 to the left. Yeah, then starting with the runner to the left of the runner. So that's going to be our Decker, which is fine. 4 new yen to spend, and our Decker wants this jacked in card, which has the ability, not only is it 2 points of damage, but it says during your turn you could play cards, you can discard a card to return jacked in from your discard to your hand. When a card is played, it isn't placed in the discard until after damage is applied. Okay, it's another hacking card, really good one. We're going to buy it. We're going to buy it for 3. So three purchase of there, and then the dwarf ends up buying nothing. So we're going to jump over to our mage. Ooh, this is the next card that goes into our black market pile, but she can't. It's 6. She can't afford to buy it right now, but she can afford. And let me see if she wants to buy this. Let's talk about this for a minute. It's called Clairvoyance, and it says draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. There's also an assist. The current runner draws 1 card, then discards 1 card, and damages something for the current runner. That means she can play it on somebody else. So yeah, that's worth taking for 2. So we'll take that for 2, and that will end. Oh, then we got our troll. Our troll has 2 points, or 2 new yen, and can actually buy something. So of course I do have to put another one out in the black market. So man, we had the lightning bolt, now the fireball, 9-point magic card. Hopefully those don't get discarded, and I can get up to buying them in the 3rd scene. This we're going to buy this 2-point monofilament whip. It is only worth 1 attack, but it says you can move 1 obstacle facing a runner to face you. This might be really handy in our 3rd scene. If you played another weapon card anytime during this turn, that obstacle can't attack this turn. That is really, really effective, and that is in his hand, and we're going to draw another card. Ooh, pair programming, another Decker card. We haven't seen a lot of those. We're 2. It says you can play a card with a cost of 3 or less from another runner's discard. Basically, you're hacking into their stuff and doing it. That's pretty cool. But obviously, they can't buy that this turn. That takes us to the end of our scene. So we have 1 more scene left, and I'm going to make the same case as last time. If you want to see it, please let me know. Well, you know what, guys? I'm just going to finish it. It's 1 more video. I'm going to finish our scene. I'll do it in the next session. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying our playthrough. This is a pretty cool game. I actually do like it. Probably stay in my collection along with Legendary and a few other deck builders that I enjoy. The only deck builder I've actually ever gotten rid of, and it's not because I didn't like it. I had like a bunch of stuff for it. I just got tired of playing it because we played it all the time for a while, was Dominion. And it's not that it's not a good game. It's a great game, but it's one of those games. One thing I don't like about Dominion now that I like about these other ones is even with this game, you really can't program yourself where you've got these chain reactions that go on forever, and Dominion got ridiculous with that. So it's you could end up chaining stuff together. Take your 15 minutes for someone with a little bit of analysis process to sit there and stare at cards for 15 minutes trying to come up with the perfect combination, and why everybody else could play another game in between their turn. One thing I didn't like, but it was the first of its kind. It was very well done. So again, played a bunch of it, got my money's worth out of it, traded it off. I just got burned out. But this game, I think, has some longevity with me. If I can get a group to play it regularly enough to like beef up our characters, that would be pretty cool. Problem with my game group is we always like to try new stuff, and if getting things to the table 5, 6, 10 times with my big game group is a little tough, because we're already got the latest and greatest thing coming out and everybody wants to try it. But we're going to end here. So again, thanks a whole bunch, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know. I ran through this a little more quickly, and I wonder if I made some mistakes. I'm going to have to watch it back. I don't think I did, but it's hard to tell sometimes. If I did, please, as always, don't hesitate to let me know. And that's what these learning sessions are all about. So thanks again. Take care.